What's up, everyone? I'm Aubrey Marcus, CEO of Onnit, and I'm here with Dr. Dan Engel, and we're here to talk about DigesTech, which is our new flagship digestive enzyme and broad-spectrum enzyme supplement. And I know in your practice in rejuvenative medicine, it's something that you really lean on heavily and something that you really like.
Yeah, it definitely is, because everything starts with the digestive system. It's really the core of the body. It's the core of the being. It's actually the first tissue structure that forms in the body is the gastric tube, is the alimentary canal. Mm-hmm. So if the digestive system's off, everything is off. And to be able to set up the system for really good digestive function, enzyme therapy is necessary, because that's all about nutrient utilization and assimilation. And you can be eating the best foods that you want to, but if you're not assimilating those nutrients, everything's just going right through.
Sure, and not only assimilating the nutrients, which means you're breaking them down into small enough particles for your intestines to break them out and utilize your digestive system that way, but not getting, the byproducts of this digestion, which, you can eat a super healthy diet, as you know, and I'm having all vegetables, all raw, and your stomach might still feel a little off, which is going to throw you off your game as well.
Yeah. I ran a center for a while that was based on rejuvenative medicine from a raw vegan standpoint. And essentially you're eating a lot of plants, a lot of vegetable matter, which is really good, and people talk about the importance of eating things like, your big leafy green vegetables. But I also know by doing that experience myself and working with a lot of clients in that regard, there was, for lack of a better term, there was the fart patio at a lot of the potlucks that I would go to, because oftentimes we're not really digestively set up to assimilate that much raw vegetable matter. And you want the nutrients that are contained in that vegetable matter, but you also want something that's going to help you break it down.
So what we did with the DigesTech is create, digestive enzymes in really potent amounts that could digest not only the cellulose and the fiber from that, but the other major categories of food as well: dairy, meats, fats, everything else that's involved, carbohydrates, starches, everything else that's involved in a big meal. So, whether you're going out and entertaining and you're getting that, steak with the mushroom stuffed, crab stuffed mushrooms and the potatoes au gratin and really doing it up that way, then you really want to take these digestive enzymes. Or, if you're really eating a lot of green vegetables, still being able to digest that fiber and get that through your body is going to make you feel better. Prevent that, what you call that food coma, where everything is just focused on the stomach and you just don't feel quite right.
Yeah, when you look at the diets that are that set people up for long-term success, they're broad-based. You'll get people into these fad diets, but they don't last, because the diets aren't broad-based to allow for the body to receive all the nutrients from different food groups. So when you have a broad-spectrum enzyme support like that DigesTech, then the body's set up, no matter what food or what dietary approach you're taking at that time, to relieve the digestive burden and to be able to get people back on their game as soon as possible.
Indeed. And we also put some other unique ingredients that kind of bridge the gap between digestive enzymes and just systemic enzymes. One of those is serrapeptase.
Serrapeptase is an amazing addition, because that proteolytic enzyme helps people increase the recovery rate and therefore establish more ongoing peak performance, because it actually works in the body, especially when you take it between meals, to chew up scar tissue. And there's some really good studies, like this German study showed post-operatively or after surgery a 50% reduction in swelling. So if you're talking about like injury recovery or just peak performance on an ongoing scale, when you're taking something like a proteolytic enzyme between meals, it decreases inflammation, decreases edema, increases recovery rate, and really helps people to get back in their game as soon as possible.
One thing that I remember I was confused about with these enzymes is I thought, I was recommended to take some enzymes for inflammation purposes, and I thought, well, how can these things really be dual purpose, digestion and inflammation? But that's just one of the unique characteristics of these enzymes. You can take them for multiple purposes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with meal for digestive support, between meals for peak performance and increased recovery time.
We also got some good herbs in here and nutritive supplements like ginger root and fennel seeds and things to really ease digestion when you take it with meals. And it makes a huge difference. The way that you digest the food, the way that you feel afterwards, it's definitely one of my go-to must-have supplements, and I know same for yourself as well. So definitely check out the DigesTech and Dr. Dan. We'll catch you on the next video.
Sounds great.